Hello and welcome to Ano. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay of the Morgha against level 9199 Steel Path enemies in Warframe. The reason we're going on Arcanes builds, and you see many of them in my channel, because after the update Valis Undermined, the Arcanes can equip two Arcanes. One from primary Arcanes and one from secondary Arcanes. So if you haven't played Warframe for a while, it is time to come back and test that out. And the plan is to take all the Arcanes to level cap. And we have plenty already in the channel, and we're going one by one, taking them all, so you can see the performance of the weapons at level cap to decide which Arcan you actually going to invest in. Also, we're gonna take them afterwards to Prophet Taker and see which one is performing the best right now with certain Arcanes against the Prophet Taker. So, as always, you know, before I build my weapons and my warframes, I rely on my method called DVS. D, how I'll be dealing damage, obviously it's going to be the Morgha. V, how I proc 10 stacks of viral, it will be from my Nourish. You can use Companion, you can use anything. S comes from stripping enemies armor. The Morgha is modded for corrosive, so I'll be running 2 Emerald Archon shards. But if you have another meaning of armor stripping, you don't need that. So, here you go. This sheet will help you around a bit to find your own style with different methods to proc viral and armor strip enemies. Now, the reason we take things to level cap is because enemies scale on their HP. We are not like doing it for a show off, but because enemies scale in their EHP. So we want to take down enemies at their prime EHP, means their highest shield, overguard, and health. Also, they get increase of their damage output, so we want to test also the Warframe's survivability. Now, the build for example, Revenant, I'm running 2 Emerald Archon shards, and you can run this in any Warframe you want, because again, the Morgha is modded for corrosive. The Violet, they are just for melee weapons. The Nourish for viral. There is nothing on Revenant that matters really. Now, when it comes to the Morgha, let's go. It got a very unique trait. It's kills with primary fire, charge up alternate fire, which shoots a bouncing projectile that explodes after traveling 14 meters. You can shoot it with the button in the, let's say, the button in the wheel, like you're performing heavy attack or you exploding a, let's say, glaive or whatever. Now, magnetic cycle for magnetic and fire rate. Why we are modding this for magnetic? The reason is simply magnetic now works as viral, but for overguard. And as I said, enemies at level cap, they have a high overguard, and you want magnetic. Also, you're gonna do this against enemies with a lot of shields, like the Corpus. If you hover right here, what it says, magnetic increase shield and overguard damage up to 325%, same like viral, with multiple stacks, and disables the target shield regeneration for short duration, which is really good against the small drones that shield are charging the all the Corpus, okay? Short duration. When shield or overguard breaks, deal electricity damage for 3% of enemy's max shield, and you already know in Corpus they have more shield than actually their health, or overguard per stack with forced electricity statue effect. Really good stuff. Now, comes to corrosive in here. Corrosive temporarily removes 80% with 2 Emerald Archon shards at 104%. You can run 1 Tau Forge, but that will let you 98%. 2 Tau Forge will be more than we need actually, and it's a waste of slots, to be honest. Now, fire rate is fire rate. Hollowed bullets for critical damage. Primed Rubido leaned barrel for damage. Sabot rounds for damage and punch through. Now seem to be the sabot round punch through is bugged in many Arcanes, and I hope the fixes this very soon. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, now as you can see, it's just like semi locked in punch through and all that kind of things. But punch through or not, don't worry, you'll be good to go even without. Now, if you don't like sabot round, of course you can go for automatic trigger for more fire rate. Charged bullets for electricity and statue chance. Of course you can equip the normal one, just like straight electricity, but I really want the statue chance to help, let's say, distribute the statues. As you can see, 22, 13, 26. The impact is awful in that. Now, contamination, toxin, statue chance, primed deadly efficiency on reload from empty, 220% damage for 17 seconds. Now, of course, you can go for the, where is it? The automatic trigger right here instead for more fire rate. Totally up to you. Now, you would say, Hank, now we're getting damage from here and we're getting damage from here. Isn't it too much as like more additive damage on top of each other? First thing first, the sabot round will increase your DPS significantly as its damage increase. Let me show you. For example, if we go to total damage is 69,000. If I took off the sabot round, it will be 57,000. So I honestly prefer, like if I take this one additive, 32,000, that's more than half. If I take this one off, that's 20,000. So what you prefer? You have 70,000 or 57,000 or 69,000? it's really easy. I know additive damage and one kicks the other and blah 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 blah. I understand, but it doesn't change the fact that it increase your damage. And when it, of course, elemental damage, they are more like multiplicative and all, but adding more elements in here, in the regular attack I have corrosive, magnetic, and blast. In the normal attacks I have impact, corrosive, and magnetic, and the distribution of elements will be unbalanced for the damage that I don't really want. So I want it to be balanced, armor stripping my enemies, proccing magnetic, taking them out, nourish, I'm good to go. Now, or viral from any other source, your primer. No, you cannot use primer technically, but you can use a companion as a primer. Primer dual round, obviously for multi-shot. Primary crooks. Now, every single Arcgun in the game has a problem with ammo. So, weak point hits gain 30% status chance, which will help our status distribution, and 6% ammo efficiency for 10 seconds stacks up to 10 times, which is really good, and that's what we want to sustain our efficiency enough for the Arcgun deployer to reset cooldown. Secondary innervate. Now, most of the Arcguns, except the Veluctus, has a low critical chance, like 40, 30, whatever, you know. Secondary innervate will play the role here for critical chance, because the critical chance from secondary innervate is actually absolute. In the meaning of whatever critical chance you're getting is actually what you're getting. Meaning of, if I get 1 million critical chance from secondary innervate, it will be 1,030%. Not 1,000,000% of the 30%. In the meaning of whatever you get, it will be straight absolute to what you get. So you can go for orange or red crits. It will reset after 6 big critical hits, orange or red. So innervate will push you towards red and orange crits, and that's how it reset. Yellow doesn't count, so you keep that in mind. So you can push for tier 2 and tier 4, tier 2 and tier 3 and so on. That's where the critical damage will play a huge role, and the damage output you're gonna have and all that kind of stuff. Now, blasting here from this weapon of radial attack. Now, we know a blast is blasty, and this weapon deals a lot of damage. That's why we're stacking more damage in it. 30% base damage after 1.5 seconds of us as an explosion at 10 stacks or on death. We're relying more on death. Stacks deal their damage simultaneously to enemies within 5 meters while staggering them, which is really powerful. That's pretty much it, and we're ready for some showcase in Simulacrum. So, we will summon 2 types of enemies, depends on the content you're playing. So, based on your request, you guys wanting nowadays to see the Dakar Manic Bombard, as they have the highest EHP on Simulacrum, close actually to EHP of level cap, which is really surprising. Of course, Dakar Manic Bombard at level cap, that would be even worse than this ones that you're seeing right now, but it is what it is. So, here we go with the Morgha, and let's go. Now, as you can see right here, we're doing already orange crits. We're armor stripping enemies, and that's what I'm talking about when we say the damage distribution. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Honestly, I didn't ever expect the Arcguns will perform like this ever. But you know what? Thanks to DE for letting us do this, and I hope they just don't like ruin it somehow. Just keep it the way it is. We're having fun. Actually, I should advise DE to make more Arcguns in the game and to allow them to be used as a arsenal, let's say, without an actual deployer. Okay, so just like you can go use your Arcgun, your primary, your secondary, your melee. So that what will do is actually will give Tano more variant of choices when it comes to picking up weapons. So for new players, since DE cares the most about the new players, and that's the alt fire, as you can see, it ruined all the enemies. It's just really insane. So for new players, when they pick up an Arcgun, it can actually carry them through the star shard without need to invest a lot or wait 18 weeks for specific incarnate weapon. Look at this. I mean, it can't get more crazy than this, right? I mean, it's really crazy stuff. So now I'm just gonna use the alt fire really quick. Look at this. It's just powerful, man. It's just powerful, and it's really good. And Morgha is one of those Arcguns that you really would enjoy playing. And as you can see, guys, I'm just like playing with all that kind of stuff without pretty much reloading. Look at that. Boom. It's just so good. It's just so good. And I highly recommend that this Morgha actually get it. Speaking of that, now after I finish taking all the Arcguns to level cap, I will give you guys a tier list based on level cap experience and testing on the Star Shard. Which Arcguns are the best after the update to the worst. So, I mean, technically all of them will be really good with the Arcanes, but there is ones always shines more than the other. So I give you tier list, of course, based on my opinion. So, Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Morgha Archgun and if you plan on building it, and what you think as a whole about the update of Archgun Arcanes. I want to say thank you so much for everyone believing in my content. Check the channel, a lot of content in there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, helps a lot with the algorithm, much appreciated. Hype if you can. Follow me on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok and Twitter. Join my Discord link on the description. You can message me directly. Hall of members, special VIPs, and disputed donator, Hall of donation. Thank you so much for all your amazing support, and I will see you guys on the next video.